What's your name?
My name is Haans Nichols Mott.
And where are you from?
I grew up near Cleveland, Ohio, but I live in New York.
Uh-huh. That name doesn't sound American, though.
No, I'm just kind of a mutt. Mixed, kind of a mixed breed.
Is it Dutch or what?
I guess the name is Dutch or German, but I'm not really. My father, I'm from the States. My mother's side has lived in the States for a long time, but they were French colonial. My father's side is a little bit later. They're Russian, but by the time it gets down to me, I'm just from the Midwest.
Okay. So tell me about what you're wearing.
I'm wearing two of my production pieces. The one is painted, like a hand-painted stripe sweatshirt with a machine-stitched ribbing. And it's kind of my version of a casual sweatshirt. And then I'm also wearing a pair of dress trousers with a hand-stitched outseam and detailing with machine-stitched inseam.
So tell me, like, you make two collections. You make one you wear for yourself.
Yes.
That we can't see.
You can see it, but...
Can I see it on my flip or no?
Maybe some of it.
Okay.
What I'm wearing right
outfit.
now, yeah, I could change into my current collection, and then we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
And the idea of the collection that's made outside is to bring back, like, the idea of luxury, like buttons that are made of porcelain by your dad that are not going to fall off, and what else?
Yeah, I mean, I think very much what I'm interested in is slowing down, because everything is very fast now. Everything is very immediate, and the process through which I'm making things takes a very long time. The work that I do personally, I can make an overcoat that will take me 250 hours to sew, but then the production version.
Why does it take so long?
Because I do a lot of obsessive stitching, and I kind of do these certain stitches that just take a very long time to do. And
are you self-taught?
Yes, I have no training, so that's probably another reason it takes me so long. But, I don't seem to be getting any faster, though. I actually seem to be getting slower, which is okay. I make less and less and less. But even the production pieces, like an overcoat takes about 10 days for someone to sew. The short jacket that you photographed just a few moments ago, that can take, depending on the fabric, 3 to 5 days for someone to sew. I'm interested in the hand and how the hand relates to what we wear. I think another thing with modern production, not just in clothing, but in kind of all areas of our life, is we're very detached from the processes that bring the garments or the products to us. And I think as I studied architecture, I have this need to understand how things are made. And so when I look at something, I want to see how it came to be, and I want to understand that. And so in my clothing, I focus on a lot of handwork and a lot of using oversized threads that you wouldn't normally use, because people are using invisible threads and thinner and stronger threads. And me, I want to see the construction. I'm also interested in the hand sewing, because the fabric and the pieces begin to move over time on your body. And if you wear something for a year, it looks, I think, a lot better if it's sewn by hand. Whereas if you wear something for a year and it's sewn on a machine, it can still look good, but it's a different sort of distress. This is sort of distress that happens because there's stress in a seam rather than fluidity in a seam. And when sewing by hand, because you aren't pulling the fabric so tightly together, there can be movement over time. And I design clothes for later. I design clothes for after they're new. I hate new clothes. New clothes kind of disgust me. Not that they disgust me, but they're just kind of these kind of they're approximations, I think, maybe. They're an approximation to what clothing should be. They're a gesture towards something that could be, but very rarely is a new piece of clothing something that actually is, until it's been worn and until it takes on the identity of the person that wears it. It's one reason I don't make separate clothes for women and separate clothes for men, because I want the femininity or masculinity of the wearer to kind of come out of the clothing and be part of the development of wearing the piece and part of the identity of the person. It's also why I don't have labels in my clothing, because I want for the clothing to be of the people that buy it and wear it. And it's actually quite exciting to see how clothing transforms when different people put it on, and how I can have 3 people lined up, 3 different body types, different genders, different feelings, these like kind of different ways of viewing the world, and they put on the clothing, and they can put on the same things, and it looks completely different. And I find that very exciting. It's why I sell privately. One of the reasons I sell privately is because then I have some sort of connection to what the clothing can become. Because right now the clothing is produced, and
Where is it produced?
in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It's produced in New York. It is produced as generalizations, as these things that hopefully will have some sort of life after they leave my hands. And by the time they're finished, I'm really fucking bored with them because I've been looking at them for months. They don't interest me anymore. They're kind of these, they're just sitting there, and then people put them on and they buy them, and then they wear them, and then all of a sudden it's exciting because it's like I see something that I didn't anticipate or I couldn't have known if I hadn't sold it and if it hadn't left and gone to someone else. And I want to be a part of that process. I don't want that process to be detached from me through a store, on a rack, on a sale, whatever.
So isn't it kind of limited to the people you run into, the way you're doing it?
Or the people that it's either the people that I know or people that know people that I know. I mean, I think it's going, yeah, basically it's only people that have been referred to me more than I know. I think eventually it'll be more than that. I have a tendency to disappear and be a little inaccessible.
Are you a Virgo by any chance?
I'm a Libra.
What day?
10th of October.
I'm the 8th.
Well. That's good.
So let's see something else.